Hey guys, Foxdrop here, welcome back to another episode of our Road to Masters. I hope you're having a great day. We have some fun games lined up for you today, including one where I get carried by a BLITZCRANK top. Before we get on with that, we got some good news for you today, guys. Your boy's got himself a sponsor for the first time in yonks. So today I'm really happy to show you guys Mobalytics. It's a really cool tool that gives you detailed analytics regarding your performance in League. So basically you hop in, you stick in your summoner name and you get this crazy cool report on how you're doing. Right off the bat you get a general idea of what's going down. Like for example, you can see here for me that I'm tough as nails, but I'm much more of a lover than a fighter. Probably not a good thing for a game revolved around slaughtering enemy players. You can get a lot more detail by clicking on these categories. So for example, if you want to find out why exactly I'm such a wimp in fights, I'll just click on it and boom. We can see that my general positioning could use some work, and also that I don't really contribute that much as far as damage goes into an actual fight. I can also see some general advice here as well to help me improve on these things, but there's loads more stuff you can do with Mobalytics, guys. It's a really good service. I'd highly recommend it, and if you're interested, just follow the link down below in the description. Anyway, cracking on with the games. First game of the day, Nautilus top lane. We will win this one, and we are in our Diamond 3 promos, but we're playing against the Kennen top lane. Pretty bloody annoying to play against if you ask me, but you just have to survive the lane phase and you're all Gucci. We survive a 3-man dive, so maybe that's a good omen for things to come, because you know on Nautilus you don't have to stomp the lane phase. As long as you survive early, you're fine, right? I'm going to be more useful coming out of lane phase than this guy anyway, right? So that's cool. Just chill. Just don't die to him in a 1v1, specifically when you run out of mana and don't realize, Foxy! God damn it. Well, that's, you know, just exactly what happens right there. But it's okay. I'm playing Nautilus. I don't need to do anything in the lane phase. TP plays here are something that I want to improve on. As I'm climbing up in the elo brackets, my TP plays need to be a lot better. And this is a nice one here to start play off to defend the tower. Mix it up with Lee Sin as well and get a nice cheeky double kill. But this game was pretty boring. Not much happened. And as you can see, we stomp this game. So pretty easy one to start things off. And now we're in at promos. First promo game, we're whipping out the old Lee Sin jungle. We're feeling a bit more confident on him. I'm playing with my old Lee Sin skin, Acolyte Lee Sin. This is my Season 2 Lee Sin skin. So I'm hoping that bringing out the old skin can bring some good stuff for us. And we've got a Fizz in the mid lane. A Fizz is a champion, a bit like Kassadin, who can really pop off if you get him going. So I'm trying my best to get him going. And we have a really good early game here. You can see I'm 3, 2, and 4. We have double the kills of the enemy team. Playing versus Nunu is extremely frustrating, mind you. But it's a pretty good start to the game, honestly. I get a nice cheeky kill onto the Nunu there. And then I managed to loop back around, join the fight with the Fizz as well. And we save him and get a kill there nicely too. So we have a really good start to the game. We're winning pretty hard. Bot lane here is a Smurf bot lane as well. They both have like the same name. But it's one of those like edgy kind of Smurfs who are just like, oh, I'm just gonna flame everything because I'm really cool and edgy. And yeah, so kind of annoying, and they ended up giving up kind of early into this game and slightly trolling like this Thresh initiation when we weren't in position at all. The game kind of just like, I mean, it wasn't our bot lane's fault that we lost or anything like that, but the game was just like, it kind of started slowly getting out of our hands, and yeah, the attitude certainly didn't help us, so we just kept dying, honestly, over and over in the end. And I had a relatively good game, but wasn't enough for our first promo game. So sadly, we're going to have to go out of our first promo game with a loss. But win 2 games in a row and we still get promoted, so let's see if we can do that. You guys know my general rule of thumb. When I lose a game on Lee Sin, I pick an easier jungler the next game. And usually that's Gragas, sometimes it's Ivan as well. But I have a really awkward start to this game right here, because I don't get like a leash at all, and I was kind of expecting to get a leash. So you can see here that I'm just like so far behind. I get to my first camp really late too. It's like just really, basically I was just like behind from the get-go, so trying to make plays happen was a little bit awkward. But we, you know, even, you know, I couldn't even get a kill onto Ari, you know, it wasn't happening. And I just spent like the whole game trying to farm up, basically trying to get back into it. And I didn't really do anything this game, honestly. I farmed up, I got vision a little bit, I protected lanes a bit, got rift held like you're seeing here. But I really didn't do anything special. So this was just like a really chill start to the game here. Unfortunately, we were winning this game, so that's good stuff. But I was still like moderately positive impact on the game, but I didn't have to do much, which is quite a nice change from the last game where I felt like I did a lot and we still lost. So not having, kind of getting a free win in your promos is nice when you had a game like the last one, but let's see if we can get the last win, shall we, boys? So we're 1-1 in our promos so far, guys. Let's see whether or not we can put it out the bag. I seem to have good luck on Gragas, so let's play him some more here. Level 1 right off the bat, some sexy plays going down. A really awesome 5-man stun from Jax here. However, you know, it's level 1. It's not a late game team fight, so that 5-man stun doesn't really mean anything. And 2 of us end up dying. Honestly, I would say this is partially my fault as well, though, because I led with my body slam there when I really should have been a bit more patient. Not too much happens in the early game, at least for me. So just play a little bit chill. Obviously off to a pretty bad start as well, so we don't want to make things worse. Just play it chill, farm up, and then go for the plays that are easier to go for. This Vladimir was also showing signs that he would be pretty our best player this game, so I just decided I would just spend most of my time around him, getting some nice, sexy barrels off as well, some ultis. But if this Vlad gets fed, he can pretty much just carry the whole late game. So just playing a lot smarter, playing around the Vladimir, because we know, you know, if this guy gets fed, we're pretty sorted. And we managed to get some really good stuff going, honestly, in like the mid game. And I also think Thresh like DC'd for a part of this game as well. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, he just died there, so maybe he didn't DC. But you know, playing around just strong. Look at that. Playing around just strong lanes. Look how strong that Vlad is, and look at that barrel. That QR combo is sexy as heck. My ultis have been so good on Gragas recently. It's a massive change to how I've been playing him, actually. But we managed to pull out the victory as well, guys. So 2-1 in our promos is the end of it. Diamond 3, baby. There it is. I'm so relieved to get that. But Diamond 3 isn't the end goal, guys. It's Masters. So we can't stop at that game. No, let's keep going. Diamond 3, zéro el pire, as they say on Francais. Pretty rough start to the game, though, because our mid laner DCs. So she's AFK for a pretty big chunk of the early game, which isn't great. When she's playing versus Katarina specifically, who's just going to abuse the crap out of her. But we managed to get some nice ganks going in the top lane specifically. But anytime I was kind of making a play around mid lane, like you saw there, my mid lane just dies. It's kind of awkward. I shouldn't really be trying to do too much around mid lane because, you know, this is just what's going to happen. And this Katarina abused the shit out of our Syndra, which is really, honestly, quite BM and frustrating, but you can kind of understand, I guess, if you really care about winning. How that might be something you would do. Yeah, my ultimate, I was bigging myself up for my ultis earlier. That one, not so much. That's not the best ulti, but we still get her, so that's all good, right? Fortunately, this game as well, we had some strong members outside of Syndra, and as a Syndra player, all she really needs to do is press one button. So if she presses one button, she gets sorted, and that's pretty much what happens there. So we still managed to do some things against the Katarina. We played pretty chill here. I mean, we're 30 minutes into the game, and the kills are almost dead even. We do lose Baron, but there wasn't really too much we could do about that one specifically. I got a little bit too ham here, honestly. I should be backing off, but Yasuo, talking about going ham, Yasuo goes even more ham, so I really should have chilled out in this fight. I go a little bit too deep. Yasuo goes too deep as well. We should have just backed off after this one. And this is something which happens fairly frequently, honestly, in solo queue, where something bad happens and then you just try and make up for it, and really you should have just like backed away from it. Having said that, though, we were also kind of buying time for Twitch in the bot lane, and he manages to get the tower and the inhibitor. I do not know what Bard was waiting for with his ulti. As you can see my reaction there, I'm a little bit like, you know, not 100% on that one. But it's all good. We managed to, you know, still get something out of that Baron and that stuff, so that's cool. And then it all just comes down to the team fights. Like, we're pretty strong in team fights. Twitch's ultimate is disgusting in team fights. Gragas in general, this is why I like picking him, because he's really easy to play in team fights. You're just a big body. You get your ultimate down. It's like, I die here, but it's totally worth it because we pick up everyone. And then off these good team fights, we can actually move this onto a victory. So we win our first game in Diamond 3, baby. Good start. Game number 2 in Diamond 3, we got our off-roll Orianna, which is not ideal, but honestly, we've been getting a lot better on her, so I relish the opportunity to improve and to show off my skills. I was playing versus a Fiddlesticks mid lane this game, which is really peculiar. You don't see this very often, Fiddle in the middle. And a nice early gank from Rek'Sai as well to really help me set up my early lane phase. Really helpful there. And also playing with a lot of confidence, as you can see. A bit greedy from Fiddlesticks, but a nice abuse of the Fiddlesticks, of his greed. and getting the first blood. I do not know what my reactions are in the corner, by the way. Like, I don't know what I was on to this game. I was high on some shit apparently. Maybe I'd had one too many cups of tea today. But this play right here is really goes to show how I still need more practice on Orianna. Like, this is really, really awkward because I'm trying to get my ball back on my head so I can use my bloody ulti. But it just, like, I pushed it away with my Q to start the play, and then it meant that I didn't have it up to use my ult on my head. So also have to be careful playing against Fiddle Middle, because this happens. He just appears out of nowhere and just, like, one-shots you. Like, look at my reaction there. Like, I was, like, not expecting that shit. So yeah, always be careful of the side lanes, guys. You're playing versus Fiddle in the middle. But I was playing with a bit more confidence. I'm more confident with my Orianna in general nowadays. And like this play here, to pretty much just like zone Elise away from the Infernal Dragon. We push Elise away so she doesn't contest. She gets really low. She uses her flash. And we also harass the enemy Zyra as well. So a lot more confidence here, going more aggressive. Starting plays up as well, like this one. And Fiddle, scary, but Orianna ult is a pretty good counter to Fiddle actually, if you can use it properly, which we did there. And Rek'Sai is just absolutely busted. Like, holy shit, what was this about? Like, she just goes so hard all the time. She was so strong this game. She got pretty fed as well, but not the best idea to tower dive, honestly, if you're going for a team fight. But all's well that ends well. We have a Kog'Maw on our team as well, so if we win these mid-game fights, chances are we're going to win the late game too. So he gets fed. Jace gets some kills too, which is pretty good stuff. And ultimately leads to the victory. We're back on Gragas for the third game in Diamond 3, 36 LP. We've won every single game so far we've been playing in Diamond 3. And this is the BLITZCRANK top game. Yes, we genuinely had a BLITZCRANK top. He was like, he just insta-locked it. I was like, alright, if you got the confidence to do that shit, let's go for it. It was the first time BLITZCRANK top as well. And he gets his first blood. So, you know, can't really complain too much about that. Yeah, I genuinely just a BLITZCRANK top. Not really too much to say. Zed and I had some pretty nice synergy this game as well, and my ultimates boom on point once again. This BLITZCRANK was playing versus Jarvan and actually had a pretty good game as well. But this one, this is like a greedy play right here. I mean, we can just kill this Lux, like she should just be dead here. But instead we get greedy for the like double kill, and instead I just die for nothing really. So yeah, a little bit greedy there, but that's okay. You know, if you're going to be playing aggro like that, then fair enough. You know, BLITZCRANK top, mate. He's playing Blitz top. You may as well make the most of it and go for the balls he plays, right? Not going for the wimpy safe plays, nah, mate. Going for the hard ones. Like, look at this. Runs under the tower, grabs the Nidalee. I should use my ult like straight away here, but I used it a bit late. We actually don't even get the kill after this play as well. Unlucky Lulu ultimate onto the BLITZCRANK because he's a bit too fat, so he can't click Caitlyn. But all good. But it's all good because we got BLITZCRANK top, man. What else do we need? Look at that grab. Dodges the Banshee's Veil Nidalee and grabs the Lux right next to her. Absolutely disgusting. This BLITZCRANK, I shouldn't have doubted him. First time BLITZCRANK top. And he just goes absolutely bonkers this game. It was ridiculous. So in the end, we managed to get some pretty nice team fights going. And that's all we need, baby. BLITZCRANK top carries us to victory, as we obviously knew right from the start. Like, there was just like no chance that we would lose a game with BLITZCRANK top, right? Well, we're playing some Ivern now as well. Another supporty champion. Supporty top laners work, why not supporty junglers? The aim of the game today, guys, is to tilt the enemy jungler, which is a pretty good aim when you're playing Ivern, because you do it pretty harsh. Now, I've already stolen this Rek'Sai's blue buff, so she's pretty mad. She dies in the level 1 invade. She goes really ham to try and fight me here. It's like, what you doing, broski? My laners are going to collapse on you faster than your laners can come protect you. You're going to die again, mate. So here we go. He's dead. Again. 2 deaths in the first 3 minutes. Not a great start for Rek'Sai. And going aggressive again. Unfortunately, gets the counter gank from not only the enemy jungler, but also the enemy support as well. So he's probably even more tilted right now. 3 deaths in 4 minutes. That's all we really needed to do this game. Once you've tilted the enemy jungler, you don't need to do anything else. And when you're playing Ivern, tilting the enemy jungler, it's really easy to do. But Rek'Sai, holy shit, does she have so much damage. She does so much damage. It's absolutely disgusting. A really surprising amount of damage from me there. I'm pretty squishy, to be fair, so I probably shouldn't be that surprised. But, you know, just absolutely blasted me. But once Rek'Sai was out of it, that's all we had to do. putting out the cheeky victory. So we finished the day at around 70 LP in Diamond 3. Not bad for a day's work, eh, boys? I hope you enjoyed the Road to Master video today. Let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments, and you can subscribe to me for more Little Elegance content. But most importantly, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.